to making a tutorial about how to make your own game. It's going to look something like this. Okay, now that you've seen what the game is going to be like, you can either click away and learn how to make your own game, or how to make this game. So what you're going to do is that you are going to go to this website called Ren'Py. You are going to download it and click whatever you want. This is one's for Windows, and this one's for everything else, and if you want, you can deal with those too, but I don't understand those. Okay, now that we've gotten Ren'Py opened up, and you found it, we can now do stuff. You're going to create a new project, and you're going to choose a new GUI interface. Now, it's probably going to ask you where you want your projects folder to be. Before you do anything, make something somewhere called Ren'Py, and you're going to save, and you're going to choose that whenever you make one. Okay, so you're going to give it a name. I'm going to give it the name YouTube Tutorial. And I'm going to choose 1280 by 720p. Now, I'm going to choose this nice purple here. Or this one, because white is nice. Okay, so it's going to be creating the new project, and I'll come back whenever it's done. Okay, so now that the game has finished making it, you should see it in your projects. Now you're going to open it up, and you're going to choose Edit Trial or either of the other ones, if you understand what they do. Edit Trial is going to download, and you should be good. Now, this is the tutorial stuff. It comes with a sample defined character, a label, a scene room, blah blah blah, and some dialogue. Now, you're going to delete the whole thing. Now, this, you're going to choose a name. So, this is your character. If you're not going to have any characters, I recommend not doing this. But most of the time, you're going to have a character. So, I'm going to give my character the name of Timmy. Oh. Now, there's multiple options when doing this. You can give your character a color. So, you're going to put a comma, and you're going to add color equals, and then quotes. Now, in these quotes, you're going to put a hex value. So, like C8FFC8. So now that color is a greenish, light green. Light green, okay. So now that you've had your character Timmy set up, now I'm going to explain how to add images. So I have Clip Studio Paint open, and you probably want to set up a mount that is going to be good for you. So probably 1280 by 720p if you chose 1280 by 720p. If you didn't, choose whatever size you chose. Now you're going to delete the background layer if you have a background layer. Depends on what program you're using. You can use any program. You can get ones off the internet. Just make sure your copyright is good. And so yeah. Okay, so I'm going to create a basic character. It's going to be a head and a body. That's Timmy. So I'm going to color him in. Okay, so now we have our character Timmy. Now, we can make him have different expressions, but for the sake of simplicity, I'm only going to make one. Now, try and make it so that you crop him as close as to the character you can. If you crop it, it will make sure to move him to the left, to the right, and to the center with ease. Now you're going to save him inside your Ren'Py or whatever folder you chose, and inside your game's images folder. Now you're going to give him a name that you'll remember. So let's say I'm just going to give it the name Timmy. So now if we look back into our folder, if I find it really quickly. So now we have Timmy in here. Now, you probably want to also have a background. So I'm going to make a quick background. Okay, so I have my background made. So I'm going to save that in the same area and give it a name. Okay, so back to our stuff. Now that we've created our images, we can add them to our game. So first, let's go and start with adding Timmy. So we can type in image, and then Timmy normal. Now, the reason why we would have both Timmy and normal is so then if you have different expressions, so let's say we have a picture for Timmy when he's normal, Timmy when he's angry, Timmy's when he's sad. You change them and add a different image for each of them. So whenever you put them, it will automatically replace it. But for right now, since we're being simple, we're only going to have one. So make sure your image is set in the images folder. You're going to type it in. So we remember that the image name was timmy.png. So if you're not sure, you can check again. Yeah, timmy.png. And so we can save it like that. So that's that. But there's another way we can add in our image. We can, whenever we set it up, so let's start setting it up. So what we need first is scene. Now remember when I made that background earlier? Well, we type in BG blue. That's what I named it. BG blue. Now if you don't want to set up Timmy like this, you can also name Timmy normal, like that, like how that I did, and it will set it up like so. Now, we're going to show Timmy normal. And if you want, so I want it to fade in. So with fade. So now we have Timmy. It's going to set the background to BG blue. It's going to show Timmy, and then it's going to fade in. So we're going to add some dialogue too. So how you add dialogue is you put the thing you put here, and you put T, and then you put some dialogue. So let's say Timmy says, "Hi, I'm Timmy." And so he says that, and then, yeah, that's it. So if we want to see how our game looks so far, we're going to save. We're going to go into Ren'Py, and then we're going to launch the project. Now, here's what our project looks like right now. We can press start, and now you see Timmy in the background, and it faded in. So you can kind of see his name. I chose the bad color for white, but it's greenish, and it says, "Hi, I'm Timmy." And then at the very end, it goes back to the menu because we have nothing else, because it returns to the menu. Okay, so if you want Timmy to show up, let's say you want him to be at left. So then he's on the left side of the screen. Save it again. We Shift R to refresh it. So it reload, and now he's at the left. Now the more space you have between the border and the actual person, more space is going to be in between. So if it's a square, the square is going to pop up here. If the whole image, if you don't crop it at all, and it's 1280 by 720, it's going to be still in the center because it's showing up on the left, but there's so much border. Now he says, "Hi, I'm Timmy," and then it goes away. So now that we got those basics out of the way, we can add things like menus, labels, and jobs. Okay, so a label, like it says up here, is a kind of section or scene, like you could say. And a menu is a menu. So let's add a menu. So let's say we add a menu, and he asked you red or blue. Very simple question. Your menus can be anything from where you want to go or a kind of question or something you can do. So in this case, we're going to have the player, choose one of these areas or one of these choices for Timmy to know. So when it says red, it's going to jump to red or the label red. So same thing with blue. We're going to have it jump blue. So now we can make labels for each of them. So label red and label blue. Now you can make stuff. So let's say in label red, Timmy says sweet. And in label blue, he doesn't like blue, so he just says meh. And so at the end of both, it jumps to the basic thing of ending. And like we did before, we're going to add a label ending. So now in label ending, he says, you've finished the game. Now, if you want to make something like a variable per se, so maybe whenever you go to blue, if you choose blue, he doesn't like blue, so he's gonna say, also you should change your favorite color. And so you can set a variable. So at the very top, you're going to add a $sign, and you're gonna give the variable name. So let's say choose _ blue. And we're going to make it equal false because at the very beginning, you want it to be not true. So now in label blue, whenever it's done, it's going to change it from choose blue true to choose blue false to choose blue true. So now here it's going to do something. So whenever you say if choose _ blue, he's going to say also red is much better. And then the game ends. So if we save it and we view it, it's going to say, hi, I'm Timmy. You can choose red or blue. In this case, we're going to choose red. It's going to say sweet. We finish the game, and then it ends. Now if we go to blue, it's going to say meh, and then it's going to say you finished the game, then also red is much better. So now you finished making the game. It's done, you're good, and the whole thing is completely done. This is all the basics you need to know, and that's it. Okay, so if you liked it, share it with all your friends so then they know how to make their own garbage games. Okay, bye!